What's up,
Sinalo style,
Ano to? This guy. It's your boy Mike Reyes. You already know.
They get the ball on the reversal. They're already looking to attack. So it's only Marata and Luigi De La Paz who are looking to shoot from the outside. As we saw there, just around 2 offensive rebounds, 5 or 6 rebounds per ball game. That's people told you.
Move it up, play. Move it up, we play your game. Marata. What are the
You know?
What's up, sir?
May book ka na ngayon,
Wala, pare. ECQ life, bro. What's up, bro?
It's good, bro. I'm good, man.
Damn. Tata Marata in the house, man.
You know what it is.
Yes, sir. To all the Sal fans, UP fans, this is a familiar face. Petron fans, SMB fans, diba? This is a familiar face right here. Brother, thank you sa oras mo, ah.
For sure, definitely, man. Solid
Tagal
to.
na.
I've been hearing a lot.
Tagal na natin, ah. When was the last time nakita tayo? Tagal na, bro.
Siguro mga a year before, kasi after graduation, umuwi ako ng province eh. Mga isang sa province. So,
Talaga. Saan ka ngayon?
nasa Manila, Pioneer.
Manila ka ngayon. Ah, okay. Manila ka ngayon. Man. Miss kita, bro, ah.
Oo, Happy you.
Oo, bro, eh. But yeah, guys, I'm with former UP Junior Maroon. Tama ba? Junior Maroon, di ba? Junior Maroon to LaSalle Green Archer to UP Fighting Maroon.
Yes, sir.
Tapos SMB, Petron,
Yes, sir.
and the like, brother. And yeah, na-miss ka ng mga tao sigurado. And yeah, I'm joined by Tata Marata.
Was good.
Kumusta ka, bro? Simulan natin sa ano, pare? Sa growing up years mo, bro. Growing up years. Sama-sama na. Oh, pare. Kailan, like, how did you fall in love with the game? When did it start for you?
Okay. Parang I was born into it eh,
Yeah.
for sure. Parang yung family ko, puro sila basketball players, yung magkakapatid, yung dad ko, tapos yung sila magkakapatid, lahat sila parang basketball players sa Mindanao tsaka sa Visayas, like sa Cebu. Yun, sa Cebu halos. Dumaan sila sa Cebu. And then, so when I was born, parang last year, di kasi ako di ako planado eh. so when I was born, 4th year ng dad ko nun sa UP. Parang last year niya sa UP. So when I was born, parang I was around basketball na. Tapos, growing up in the province with my cousins, halos lahat din sila nag-try mag-basketball. Naglaro din yung iba. Nag-college din dito. Nag-NCU up din. So, yun. Tapos, together like with my older uncles na naglalaro din. Parang naalala ko nga sa province, hindi na namin kailangan maghakot ng maglalaro. Kasi
Kompleto na.
kami lang family, 5-on-5 kompleto na kami. Kasama mga uncles and cousins. So yun yung parang environment ko growing up.
Yeah.
So I guess doon ako na in love with basketball. So yeah, pero feeling ko sineryoso yung basketball nung dumating na ako sa Manila.
Wait lang, brother. Sang province ka ba? Sorry.
Cagayan de Oro tsaka Iligan.
CDO. So doon ka growing up?
Oo, parang dito ako pinanganak. Tapos parang nung mga a year old or 2 years old ata ako, parang inuwi na ako sa province. Tapos doon ako lumaki hanggang high school.
Kaya I was gonna say that my earliest memory of you, UPIS na.
Oo. As in, wala akong kilala dito grade school. So,
okay.
parang, yeah.
Kasi parang, so probinsya, laking probinsya ka talaga. Laking CDO, Iligan.
Yes.
Iligan, yeah. So, your dad kasi, for everyone yung mga mas batang generation ngayon, your dad was a PBA player, di ba?
Umabot din siya ng
Umabot
PBA.
siya.
Yeah, I believe, yes.
Yeah,
Pero parang di rin siya, parang nag-decide siya umuwi na lang din after a while.
Well, for those who are watching, or for those who continuously watch or support this channel, we had Olsen Racela before. At kinwento niya na nag-tryout siya ng UP.
Okay.
Tapos may guard daw na nagta-tryout din na dumunk.
Okay.
So si Coach Olsen parang okay, kumbaga kaya hindi daw siya nakuha kasi naaalala niya may guard na dumunk. Then I was like, Coach, sino yung guard? Si ano nga daw? Tatay ni Tata.
Oh, yeah.
Sabi niya, si Marata, yung daddy ni Tata. Si Rick, di ba? Rick.
Hindi. Uncle
Sino
ko
yun?
yun.
Uncle mo yun. Ay, ang daming Marata.
Yung
So your dad is
tata talaga. Siya talaga yung...
Tata. Hindi ko maalala tuloy kung Rick yung sinabi niya o Tata. Basta sabi niya dad ni Tata. Or at worst case
Tata.
is
Tata din yun,
Tata.
sure.
Okay. O worst case is Marata. Basta Marata daw. So that's the family that you grew up
Yeah.
with, and kumbaga
Yeah.
sabi mo nga talagang family oriented ka obviously nung growing up ka tas basketball.
Sobrang tight-knit naman yung family na.
Pare solid yun maglilimahan kayo.
Di na kailangan. Di na kailangan.
Court na lang kailangan.
Ang dami talaga namin. Tapos maganda yung mga age namin eh. Kasi ang dami magkakapatid ng dad ko. Like 11 sila, tas 9 puro lalaki.
Solid. I mean, I can't say that's a cliche story kasi konti lang naman yung makakabuo ng 10 ng family lang, di ba? But and I know, brother, na pinsan mo si Kuya Cyrus.
Yes, sir.
Tama ba?
Yes,
So,
sir.
was he present also during your growing up years? Or actually, nandito pala siya. Di ba, pero nandito siya sa Manila, di ba?
Oo. Parang nung nagka-college, nung nagsa-start out pa lang siya dito sa Manila, syempre, parang lagi pa rin siya umuwi. Pero, parang present naman siya ever since eh. Kaso, nung medyo nasa province pa siya, nung high school or nung pa-high school pa lang siya. Bata pa ako nun eh. Siguro mga 5 years old, 6 years old. So, di ko pa siya masyadong nakakausap. Tapos di ko pa alam na, parang sikat na pala siya dito sa Manila. Parang sikat na pala siya sa UST. Ang alam ko lang, parang isa siya sa mga magaling sa amin. Tapos sa Manila siya naglalaro. Parang for a while, parang hindi masyadong big deal yun eh. Kasi parang halos lahat ng mga uncles ko naglaro sa Cebu, sa Manila, nakaabot ng PBA. So parang in my head, parang normal thing siya.
So parang normal pa.
For a while, nung bata pa ako, nung wala pa ako masyadong alam sa basketball talaga.
Yeah. Guys, we're talking about Cyrus Baguio. Like if you guys didn't know, now you know. Pinsan ni Tata Marata si Cyrus Baguio, and kuya niya yun eh. So when he was nung 5 ka, high school siya. Pero nung kainitan na niya sa UST, ano ka na noon? Kumbaga medyo may ka na, medyo alam mo na.
Wala. Kasi nung lumalaki ako sa province, parang high school na ako nag-start manood, pa-high school na ako mag-start manood ng UAP, NC.
Wala na siya noon.
Wala na.
PBA na siya.
PBA na siya noon. PBA na siya.
So more or less, napanood mo si Cyrus, PBA na?
Oo. Parang kasi naalala ko, nag-summer ako dito eh. Tapos, parang kaka-draft niya pa lang. Parang 2003, grade 5 ako noon sa province. 2003. Naalala ko yun, yung kakakuha niya lang. Saka lang kami naging close nung lumipat na ako. Yung talagang nag-uusap na kami, parang nakuha na ako ng advice sa kanya. Nung lumipat na ako dito. Nag-start na rin ako mag-basketball. Parang every summer doon ako tumitira sa kanya.
So you became close when you had kumbaga may common denominator na kayo, which was he was already a professional and you started to take it serious na. Gusto ko rin mag-pro. So nung nag-start ka maglaro sa Manila, meron ka ng kumbaga image of who you wanna be?
Oo, parang in the back of my head naman, parang yun yung goal. Pero parang ako gusto ko lang i-try maglaro dito or kasi naalala ko noon, mga older cousins ko parang sumasama ako dito sa practices nila. Nakikita ko, may one time, may older cousin ako na nag-try out for San Beda High School. Okay. Tapos nanood ako. So parang in my head, gusto ko rin i-try. Parang try ko nga to. Tapos yun, sabi ng dad ko, try kita ipasok sa UPIS. Sobrang banu ko pa nun.
So pare talagang ka lang, like nakikita mo lang kasi yung cousins mo. So parang, parang cool parang gusto ko rin.
Oo, tapos in my head, kala ko marunong ako maglaro. Kasi syempre parang dad mo magaling. So in my head, parang kala ko magaling din ako. Pero looking back now, parang hindi.
So first time mo makatikim ng Manila competition. Try out ka na.
First time mag-drills, tas Naalala ko, galit na galit dad ko sa akin nun kasi di ako marunong mag 3-man weave.
And guys, nakakatawa to because he was already in high school.
Oh,
Okay lang
high
akong grade school eh. So high school, obviously,
Oh,
lumaki ka talaga sa limahan lang. Limahan, tatluhan.
Oo, tapos onting skills, basketball skills camp, mga milo-milo. Pero
Yeah.
sobrang walang basic, like yung totoong training talaga.
So, your dad, kumbaga nung nagtatryout na yung mga pinsan mo, your dad suggested UPIS. Obviously, kasi nga yung dad mo naglaro sa UP or yung family mo naglaro sa UP. Okay, so it was obviously sa'yo, susunod ka lang sa dad mo. Sige, UPIS. Sabi mo, UPIS eh. Oh, sige, UPIS. Diba? It wasn't like... So when you went to UPIS, were you in first year?
First year, yes.
First year high school. Who was the coach? Hindi pa si Coach Pat.
Pat.
Coach Pat na. Coach Pat na. Coach Pat Aquino. Okay, so Coach Pat Aquino was coaching UPIS. You come in. Sino yung mga players nung time na yun? Was Joel Tolentino already there?
Sabay kami pumasok.
Sabay kayo.
Sabay kami. Magka-batch kami.
Kasi batchmate ko si Joel ng grade school sa Ateneo. And then, when we graduated grade school, naglasal ako, nag-UP siya. So, sabay kayo pumasok.
Yes.
And ang alam ko, bro, first year pa lang, U-up na kayo.
Hindi.
Hindi pa ba?
Team B muna kami. Kami ni Joel, Team B kami. Kasi medyo stack pa yung team nung pagpasok namin eh. Halos kompleto pa. Marami pang mga seniors.
Sino to mga to?
Seniors nun sila Miggy Maniego.
Sila Miggy.
Sila Miggy, sila Kuya Andrew Marfori.
So ito yung
sila D.A. Olan.
Oo, Olan. So ito yung mga nagfa-finals pa yung UP. Di ba nagfa-finals yung UP?
Yun. Yun yung time na nag-finals kami nun. Stat lang ako nun.
Anong first year ka? Yun yung nag-final sila against Lasal Zobel.
Yes. Yun yung natalo kami sa Zobel.
Yun yung kinuwento naman ni Martin Reyes. Yun yung time na yun. Okay, so ano ka nun? Statistician ka pa lang nun?
Statistician
ka pa lang. So wala pa, kapag nag-enjoy ka pa lang siya. Ina-enjoy mo pa lang siya. Kumbaga, I'm part of a team.
As in parang natuwa lang ako na parang nandito ako sa Manila. Tapos naglalaro ako for a team. Parang wala, like sobrang grateful lang ako na nakalaro ako dito.
Sobrang happy-go-lucky ka pa noon. No? And then, after your first year, ito na, second year, maraming nag-graduate, I assume.
Oo, parang mga 6 ata sila. 6, 5.
Sakto.
Tas sakto, pumasok kami nila Joel. Tas good thing naman, parang medyo natuto na rin. Nakakuha ng playing time onte.
So second year, may playing time ka na?
Oo. Actually, mabilis yung parang everything happened like so fast nung high school years ko. Kasi parang paglipat ko dito, after a year, parang U-up na agad, tas tuloy-tuloy na. Solid naman.
Oo naman pare. So, parang, kumbaga yung first year mo, hindi mo na rin napansin na hindi ka U-up. Kasi parang, you're taking everything in te. Nagsisettle in ka pa sa Manila.
Tapos, parang, first year pa lang naman eh. So, in my head, like, natural lang naman yun na hindi mo na magti-team yung mga freshman tsaka mga sophomore, diba? Actually
nga, second year, maaga ka na nun. Kung U-up ka na second year.
Narinig ko nga yung mga stories from Lasal, Ateneo.
Third year,
saka ka palang iaakit sa varsity.
Yep. But the difference was, sa UPIS, I don't think may mga Prada juniors.
Wala. Kasi,
so ano ang ginagawa pag team B ka? Wala talaga? Practice ka lang?
Practice. Practice talaga. Extra work. Extra akad oval.
Extra akad oval team B. Yung team B nila. Yung team B kasi ng ibang high schools, maraming liga. Sa kanila talagang...
kasi parang hindi kami ganun kadami din. So, pag may leagues kami sa summer, minsan, naalala ko parang may once lang nangyari na 2 team kami sa isang summer na league. Parang may team 1, team 2 na pinaghalo yung mga players. Parang yun lang yung time na nakalaro yung mga team B.
Kasi konti lang naman din talaga yung players ng UPIS. Parang konti lang. Hindi naman, well, I don't know now but it wasn't as big a program as Ateneo High School, Lasal High School, di ba? Kasi syempre studies first sa UPIS eh.
Tsaka, kasi sila eh, parang if familiar ka dun, di ba may VAAS ruling sa
Sa college.
college. Sa high school, ganun din. Parang,
May slots lang.
oo, tapos parang yung style kasi, ang alam ko, I don't know kung ganun pa rin style nila ngayon. Yung system nila is, bawal outsider na pumasok like mid grade school or high school, tsaka ka palang papasok. Parang, parang hindi siya allowed. Saka ka lang makakapasok sa school through varsity, yung VAAS. So kaya medyo onti lang din kami.
Well, again, for the guys who usually watch our videos, ito yung rule na sinasabi ni Javi Gomez de Leaño na nakalusot sila. Sabi ni Javi Gomez de Leaño, when they tried out for UPIS, second year na sila ni Joe. So, parang nagtanong sila na parang pwede ba kaming makalusot? Kasi nga, yan, like what Tata is saying, bawal yung papasok ka ng second year or third year. Kailangan freshman.
Oo, or basta kailangan ano talaga,
bago.
Varsity.
Yeah.
Tapos, mas maganda pag freshman. Parang wala kaming, never ata may nakuha na nag-start junior year.
Si Javi ata second year. Nakalusot lang yun, brother. Nakalusot lang. Nilakad lang.
So yun. Parang
yun na yun.
Rule nila sa school ata.
So you know that when you come in first year, more or less, kayo na rin yung magtatapos magkakasama. More or less. Walang darating.
Yeah, I think yun din yung isang magandang factor sa UPIS for me. Compared to, yung bigger school programs like San Beda, Lasal, yung grabe yung recruitment na high school pa lang. So, I think yung lamang namin was na nurture talaga yung players. Parang nakikita talaga ma-develop. And luckily naman na throughout the years, lalo na yung pag-start nung time nila Marvin Cruz, ang daming players na pumasok sa UPIS na parang quality. Like maganda yung parang nakapag PBA, nakapag college, nakakuha ng scholarship. So,
kumbaga natuloy-tuloy.
Luckily, na-hone talaga nila yung small program sa UPIS. Which was good. Laking bagay sa akin nun kasi kung ako sumabak ako sa like Lasal or Ateneo, for sure di ako mapapansin. Kasi yung level ng mga ka-age ko dito nung time na yun, talagang mas above. So, kung pumunta ako sa malalakas na team, feeling ko hindi ako mabibigyan ng same opportunities as what UPIS gave to me.
And yeah, I mean, we all know that opportunities are everything, especially in basketball. It doesn't mean may mas magaling over the other. Minsan talagang sineswerte lang eh. But, and of course, channel din na to, nabibring up ko lagi yung dad ko. So my dad was actually an assistant coach to Coach Pat.
Yes, Coach Buds.
So assistant coach yung dad ko ni Tata nung UPIS. Okay, I was playing second year. I was playing for Lasal Green Hills, and then my dad was the assistant to sina Coach Pat Aquino nga. So, pero like sinasabi na sa akin ng dad ko na parang, si Joel, kilala ko naman Joel Tolentino. So, he was like, may bago kami yung Marata, anak nung dating player din, ganyan-ganyan. So, naririnig-rinig ko na. And then, when did you start, kumbaga sabi mo, when you got to UPIS, you were raw. When did it start to look like, okay, kumbaga, magaling ako. Kaya ko makipagsabayan sa mga taga Manila.
Actually, funny thing, in my head, kahit nung bata ako, kaya ko na talaga sumabay. Tapos, parang minsan napabad trip nga ako bakit di ako ginagamit. Kasi in my head, feeling ko, kaya ko na. kumpiyansa lang nagdala sa akin before. Pero no naman, feeling ko kasi, na-instill sa akin ng dad ko na like mag-extra work, mag-extra shooting after practice, yung talagang magtrabaho, pero it didn't feel like work din naman. Tapos eventually nung mga second year, diba parang first year ko puro lang kami team B, so puro kami pa-condition. So
I can imagine, man. Puro akad oval lang.
Puro akad oval, playo, talon-talon.
Tapos yung court nyo pa doon, yung mas pangit yung sa gitna, di ba?
So,
Kasi yung seniors dun sa isa.
minsan nga wala kaming court, doon lang kami sa gilid sa mats, tumatalon-talon lang. Alam mo yung kung saan yung yung parang
Wait.
transfer doon sa gilid na. Doon kami nagdi-drills doon,
So,
paunti-unti.
pinapanood nyo lang yung seniors. Gano'n, pinapanood nyo lang.
Tapos laugh. Pero
Yan.
pero natulungan ako nun kasi
Oo naman.
so nung pagdating nung second year, bigla akong nagka-growth spurt. Tapos bigla akong talagang pumayat ng sobra. For some reason, bigla akong naging athletic. Tapos medyo bumilis, medyo tumaas yung talon. Tapos lagi na akong nung first 5 ako ni Coach Pat, doon ko na na-realize, okay, baka parang okay na, like medyo nagka-confidence na ako. Yung sa role ko, medyo parang consistent na rin ako sa mga ginagawa ko. So, I guess second year, medyo na-feel ko na okay, parang kaya ko na rin siguro lumaban.
And again, maaga yun, second year high school, parang sumabay ka na sa UAAP, maaga yun. And when second year, okay ka na, nakikita mo na kaya kong sumabay high school. Or at least, sa team ko, ako yung aasahan sa team ko.
Parang yung role ko nung time na yun, parang taga-rebound,
big man ka ba doon?
Parang 3-4. Kasi tumangkad ako, parang from 5'7", bigla ako naging mga 5'11", tas 6. Tas sobrang lanky ko nun, tapos medyo mataas yung talon. Nung time naman nun, hindi pa ganun katangkad yung mga bata, diba? So, kaya pang talunin sa talon.
So, may ka na nun? May 3 points ka na nun? Shooter ka na nun? Hindi. I mean, hindi pa yun yung main. Hindi pa yun yung main mo.
Feeling ko ever since yun yung strength ko eh.
It just so happens na matangkad ka. So, 4 ka.
Ever since wala akong masyadong dribble, di ako masyadong mabilis, pero feeling ko may decent shooting naman ako.
Okay. So, big man ka pala no second year. Okay, so second year, gumanda-ganda na, medyo magkakapangalan ka na sa UPIS or sa UAP juniors. Third year, yun yung nag-MVP ka. Okay, so kwento mo sa amin yun. Kasi guys, former juniors MVP si TATA. On his third year, guys, MVP siya. Ano yung kwento nun? Ano yung, like, how was that season?
Actually, sobrang nagulat ako sa news nung narinig.
Bro, ikaw ba yung hindi mythical pero MVP?
Oo. So, ang weird kasi parang in my head, like, actually, nung time kasi na yun, sobrang innocent pa ng like, nung utak ko with basketball eh. Like, I didn't really care about the awards. Parang gusto ko lang maglaro. Gusto ko maglaro na maayos. Gusto ko, parang galingan para baka makapag-college ako, libre college, ganyan. So, in my head, nung year na yun lang yung nasa utak ko. Kasi coming from yung second year na nakakuha na ako ng playing time paunti-unti. So, yung goal namin nung dad ko nung third year was sinasabihan niya lang ako was how to become more efficient while I was being used, or kung ano pa yung pwede kong matagdag, yung dribbling ko, or anything lang talaga na para to get more minutes and to get more parang trust from kay Coach Pat. So, I think coming in kasi nung season na yun, hindi ako yung parang main guy talaga eh. Kasi parang medyo marami kaming marunong maglaro nun. Like, si Joel andun. So, he was pretty good. Like, magaling na siya high school pa lang eh. Tapos, andun din rest in peace pala kay Jason.
Oh, yeah. Big man yun.
Yes. So, actually, siya yung parang front runner namin nung papasok yung season na yun. Kasi parang consistent siya ever since. Tapos, mautak din maglaro.
Yeah.
Like, for his size, alam niya paano gumalaw and stuff. So, being the older guy, parang si Coach Pat was gearing towards, parang sa kanya yung ikot ng bola.
Yeah.
Kaso, parang na-sprain ata siya. Parang
na-injure siya. Okay.
Before the season. Tapos, parang mga a month or 2 siyang wala. Kasi ang bagal ng pag-heal ng sprain niya. So, I think nung medyo nag-break muna siya, I think doon mas siya ko ni Coach Pat na parang mas kumuha ng mas maraming touches.
Yep.
Yung spot niya nakuha ko. So parang yung ikot ng bola parang nakukuha ko. Parang ako yung nag-initiate. So I feel like nagkaroon lang ng chances na yung maganda yung summer namin before that season. Tapos coming into the UA, parang ang taas ng confidence ko na nabigay ni Coach Pat. Kasi puro parang dumadaan sa akin yung bola, tapos parang binibigyan niya ako ng license to shoot. So parang mas umangat yung feeling ko na parang okay, mas kumpiyansa na ako. Tapos binibigyan niya ako ng parang trust on what to do or kung diskarte, sariling diskarte.
Pero bro, how did it happen? Paano yun? So, statistical points, pang-anim ka. Ganun ba yun?
I'm not sure.
How did you...
Hindi. Yung statistical points, ako yung number 1 talaga.
So ba't hindi ka Mythical 5?
Kasi hindi kami nag-Final 4.
So the only reason but hindi ka nag-Mythical 5 is kasi hindi kayo nag-Final 4.
Actually, hindi ko rin alam yung totoo.
Pero wait, number 1 ka sa statistical points.
I believe so.
Sinong mythical nun? Joshua. Wami. Joshua, I assume.
Web. Si Mendoza, si Jovet.
Si Jovet Mendoza ng NU.
And then, si JV, si
Dumrique ng Ateneo.
Yes. And then,
and one more.
Not sure, but I think si Kevin Batak, yung sa NU.
Sa NU. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mythical 5, tapos ikaw MVP, hindi ka kasama sa Mythical 5. Pero ikaw number 1 sa statistical points.
Ewan ko bakit ganun. Labo pa rin.
Pare, if social media were present that time, ang gulo nun. Feeling ko lahat ng tao parang ano daw? But guys, number 1 sa statistical points makes him automatically the MVP. But how can he not be part of the top 5 players, pero siya yung top 1? Sobrang like, no one will ever understand what happened there. Pero, so hindi kayo pumasok ng Final 4, pero ikaw yung pinaka statistical points.
I think so, from what I know.
Yeah. And I'm sure, winning MVP like anyone, confidence was, boom, diba? Taas. Yung Bano nga daw siya, may kumpiyansa na siya. Doon pang MVP siya.
Medyo parang ano siya. Nabigyan talaga ako ng kumpiyansa.
Naman.
Parang when I started, I was feeling na parang outsider ako going in sa parang basketball world dito sa Manila. Since, you gotta be honest, like yung mga lumaki kasi dito sa Manila na naglaro na nung grade school, high school.
Yep.
Magkakakilala na halos lahat eh. So parang, they have their own parang
circle na.
Diba? Circle na. Tapos I was this kid na not known talaga. Parang bigla lang pumasok. So parang feeling ko nabigyan ako ng opportunity na mapakilala ko rin yung sarili ko na I'm here, like I'm playing and stuff.
Yep. Totoo. Kasi I was part of that. Mga grade school ako, Ateneo ko eh. So, there's Sinawami, JV, nakikita mo na talaga yan. Like Ryan Monteclaro, lahat yan nakikita mo na nung grade school ka eh. But there are certain people like you, na sa high school, biglang may dumarating na galing probinsya, na parang sino to? Tapos yun, and that's one way to introduce yourself was to win MVP. So, you won MVP in 3rd year.
Yeah.
4th year, naalala ko, nagkita pa tayo sa tryouts ng RP team. So what was that like?
That was
Pare, best high school players to like sa Rizal pa yun, alala ko eh.
Sobrang isa yun sa mga magandang memories. Like, sobrang gandang memories ko. Like, in my whole life. Like, yung RP, that whole 2 years being part of the RP team.
Yeah.
Parang, sobrang ganda. Like, hindi ko in-expect. So, nung na-announce na MVP ako, parang biglang tinawagan ako ni Coach Pat, tapos sinabihan ako na yung RP team sila Coach Franz, ini-invite ka, gusto ka kunin or gusto ka papuntahin doon. So syempre, tuwang-tuwa ako. Tapos yun, like pagdating ko doon, I was still feeling a bit, parang medyo outsider pa rin. Kasi yung pagdating doon, yung mga nag-try out sila Nico yung mga kasama sila Nico Salva, sila Buenafe,
Yep.
sila Huami, sila Frank the Tank.
Yep.
Tapos, sino pa ba?
Sila
Marami.
Dumrique. Ako, si Martin Reyes.
Martin Reyes ng
Yan,
GH din.
ng GH, yeah.
So, I was parang, naalala ko rin, umuupo kami sa, parang, di ba, pagdating nyo, sari-sari kayong usap. Parang ako, wala akong teammate eh.
Wala pa si Joel noon?
Wala pa. Yung mga yung first week ko, wala pa siya. Tapos parang mag-isa lang ako dun sa gilid, nag-stretching. Tapos nakita yung mga iba, like, nag-uusap na sila Nigos, tapos andun din sila Anton Altamirano. Like, may sarilis, parang since magkakilala na sila, parang, you know, pero it was a good experience, man. Grabe yung RP na batch na yun, sobrang lakas.
Pero I will say this now.
Yeah.
My RP team, guys, incoming fourth year kami lahat. After third year ng NCAA UAAP. Magpa-tryouts, top high school players of the whole country, basically.
Yeah.
Okay? Nung RP na, ito na, kumukuha na, nagka-cut na. Nakakuha ako ng tawag. Okay? Mautak din si Coach Franz eh. Lahat ng kukunin niya sa RP team, magwi-withdraw sa lahat ng high school. Magwi-withdraw sa... Guys, ganito Kunyari ako, player ako ng Green Hills. If I decide to play for RP, I will be withdrawn from Green Hills. I cannot play NCAA. They cannot play UAAP.
Yeah,
so yun, parang you had to decide between mag-RP ba ako or mag-stay ako sa school ko. Now, I will admit, I will say this flat out. Kasi, gusto ni Coach Franz, diretso lang sa lahat ng RP.
Hindi ko alam yung totoo nga rin Coach Franz. Pero
ako feeling ko yun talaga. Tapos, pinasok, sino kayong umuo? Ikaw, Joel Tolentino, Mark De Guzman.
Marami kami nun. Yung RP, yung first batch na yun, ako, si Jovet Mendoza, Mark Lopez, Joseph Terzo.
4-2, Don 4-2.
Doon ko rin nakilala sila Forts. Tapos, sila Gabanal, dude.
Gabanal.
Frank Golia.
pero guys, pansinin nyo.
R.R. Garcia.
Pansinin nyo, lahat ng Ateneo Boys, Beda Boys, mga hindi sumali kasi sandali lang, school team ako, JRU, sinakit Agobida, wala kasi kumbaga you had to decide eh. Pero there was also talk na pag nag-RP ka, more or less you got a big chance of making it to DLSU. Kasi nga Coach Franz na eh. So parang nung time niya parang I see what you're doing, coach. Tapos pumasok sila lahat sa Ridley. Ridley kayo, di ba?
Hindi kasi yung story sa Ridley. So sinabihan kami ni Coach Franz na yun nga hindi kayo pwede maglaro for UAP or NC kung papasok kayo ng RP.
Yep.
Which was okay for some kasi yung iba magti-team B pa sa college eh.
Yun. So either college ka, team B, or alis ka ng high school mo.
RP youth muna.
Alis ka ng high school.
So kaya sila Terzo, sila Mark Lopez, sila Frank, pumasok sa kasi they had the liberty to, play pa. Parang wala pa masyadong pressure. Sa amin nila, yung mga high school kids, yung medyo may pressure na ba't namin iniwan yung team namin.
Iniwan nila. Dalawa na nga lang sila bumubuhay sa UPIS, umalis pareho.
kasi naman, parang, ako nun, parang syempre, yung medyo, ang tawag dito, parang loyal pa rin ako sa UPS. No? Like, I really wanted to still go to school or play. Kaso, parang,
sayang
iniisip namin, parang, syempre, dad ko and my uncles, puro basketball players lahat. So parang in their head, RP team, that's like one of the goals. Like that's a privilege for you to have. And then, so syempre, for me, I felt like it was a privilege din na, syempre, like one time ka lang, hindi ka naman magiging 18 ulit eh. So, di ba? So parang minsan ka lang maka-experience nun. Like, and it was a hard decision na leaving kasi ang alam ko, nag-usap pa parents ko noon eh. Tsaka yung school, parang tinanong kung pwede pa ako mag-aral sa UP, doon ako mag-graduate, pero hindi ako maglalaro.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede kasi because of the baas nga daw, di ba? So yung principal namin nung time na yun, I forgot her name eh. Tapos parang sinabihan parents ko na, syempre hindi pwede. So,
Yeah.
so nung sinabihan ako hindi pwede, nag-decide ako na sundan sila Joel tsaka si Papot sa Ridley. Kasi yun yung option eh.
Yep.
So sabi ko, sige mag-Ridley na lang din ako. Sinabihan ko sila Coach Fran, sila Tita Ito.
Yeah.
Na sumunod na lang kay Joel. So wala akong school.
So doon ka nagtapos sa Ridley?
Sa Ridley na ako.
Sino kayong Ridley noon? Ikaw, Joel Tolentino, Papot Paredes?
Kami lang tatlo. Nung batch namin.
Wait. So you're telling me, sa whole RP team na yon, tatlo lang ang high schooler?
Parang 5 ata kami. Hindi.
So, si Gab?
Mga 7. Like, si Gab, si Jed. Hindi. College na sila, Gab, noon.
College na sila, bro. Kayo lang. So, kayo lang ang incoming 4th year eh. So, batch natin to eh.
Oo.
Kayong tatlo lang.
I think.
So, this shows
Oo nga.
na lahat ng batch namin ng mga magagaling sa Ateneo, magagaling sa JRU, walang humoo kasi hindi na kami maglalaro sa school team namin. Kami ni Martin nag-usap kami. Sabi ko, Martin, tayo lalarong sabi namin ni Martin, pero pare, parang 1 foot in ka na sa DLSU. Kasi you're gonna be handled by Coach Franz the whole year. Kaya lang sabi natin, bro, GH, like, usap kami, hindi ko kaya. So anyway, so yun yung yun yung story ng RP Youth nung time na yun. So there were 3 players who decided to leave their teams para mag-RP na, which was Tata Marata, Joel Tolentino. Si Papot, I forget kung saan siya nag-aaral. I think probinsya siya eh.
Si Papot kasi galing siya province eh. Galing siya sa Cagayan de Oro, sa Sacred Heart.
Okay. So basically, dalawa lang kayo.
Basically, wait lang, look.
Dalawa lang kayo, bro.
Oo.
Tsaka guys, we're talking about our batch. Our batch is hella strong. Kevin Alas, Wami Chongson, Keith Agovida, Bringas. Sila lang yung... Lahat kami parang, hindi pwede. So anyway, nag-decide si Tata. So, you also lost exposure. You lost exposure. Kasi kami, nag-UAAP, NCAA kami lahat.
Yeah.
You were exposed to leagues. And you were like, wala, nabakante kayo ng isang taon. Practice lang kayo sa Ridley. But, did you already know na 1 foot in? Like, kinausap na ba kayo ni Coach Franz doon na, okay lang, like, kukunin namin kayo sa DLSU?
Feeling ko naman, it wasn't really na, dito ka na sa amin, dito ka na. Hindi naman ganun. Pero,
feeling lang.
I had a hunch na interested sila or they were willing to test me out. Yeah. So, nung 3rd year pa lang. So, I guess, lucky lang ako na naka-MVP ako nung 3rd year. Para nung nag-skip ako mag 4th year, I had enough parang exposure or I got my name out there before deciding to not play.
Yeah.
So feeling ko parang yun, lucky na yun yung timeline.
Yeah. And what happened was, nung tapos na yung NCAA, I remember this. Nagka-dinner yung Lasal sa, I forget ko anong Valle. Basta Valle Clubhouse. Nagka-dinner yung Lasal. Rookies were there. So, you, Joel, me, RV Bringas, Martin Reyes, Yutien Andrada. So basically, what I will say this again, like I've said this many times with Lasal, nung time na yon, they were known for hoarding players. Okay? They were known. Diba? Pero totoo pare, yung kukunin lahat, tapos may mga mabubulok sa Team B, straightforward. Yun yung nangyayari. So when we got there, dinner, we felt like the outsiders. Kasi ikaw, tsaka si Joel, kahit papano, like, Lasal na. Kasi kay Coach Franz na kayo eh. So kayo yung, your table na was with mas malapit kayo sa Lasal players. Kami nun, malayo kami. Pero alala ko, pinakilala pa tayo lahat, pinatayo pa tayo na parang, our rookies for next year. Ganyan. Parang kami ni Martin. Alam mo, kinikilig ka na parang, uy, rookie ba ako? Parang hindi pa naman ako. That was like me. Na parang, hindi pa naman ako nagpapakita. Anyway, so, yun yung nakita ko na si Tata at si Joel, more or less, yan na yun. Kasi 1 year na kay Coach Franz, di ba? And also, Coach Franz knows na kung paano kayo maglaro and everything. Okay. And then, after that season, anong pinagpreparan yung RP? Nagka-competition ba kayo? Nagka-tournament ba kayo?
Nung RP?
Oh.
Saan? What do you mean? Yung
Like,
after
yung RP ninyo, yung RP team na yon, ano yung competition na sinalihan ninyo?
Okay. Yung normal, yung Siaba.
So nakarami din kayo?
Oo, sobra. Tapos, FIBA.
Okay.
Tapos, hindi pa uso yung FIBA 3-on-3 nun. Doon nag-start na nakasali din kami ng 3-on-3. Tapos, yun, actually, sobrang ganda ng experience. In a span of 1 year, ang daming nasalihan na parang first time ko mag-states noon, naka-experience ako ng
I think the only loss lang naman was the exposure. Pero
pero
yun nga, nandun ka na nga eh. Nandun ka na sa Lasal.
Experience of the gaining of experience kasi grabe rin yung nilaro namin noon eh. Parang nag-states kami so we were able to do that. Tapos nung pagbalik namin, nag-Malaysia kami, yung Siaba tournament. So napanalo namin yun.
Yep.
And then tapos after nung Siaba na yun, nag-shuffle ng onting players eh. Parang may iba nag-step down, may iba pumasok. Tapos pumunta kaming nag-host yung Pilipinas ng mini pocket tournament. Tapos kalaban namin China, Lithuania. Tapos may isa pang mga teams sa Siaba. Tapos kain kami sa China at Lithuania. As in,
Dito
lala.
pa ginawa.
Lala talaga. Like first time ko makabangga ng player na parang pagbangga ko na gano'n, ako yung tumalbog gas ng katawan nila. Sobra medyo na culture shock ako sa level tsaka sa physicality ng mga like Lithuania.
Yeah, bro.
China. Grabe.
Hindi mo alam ano kinakain ng mga yan eh. But
alalaki na.
And then after that, diretso Lasal ka na. Diretso Lasal. What was that like when you got to Lasal? Because your first season was actually a very successful.
Successful. It was good. It was everything that I expected it to be. Medyo sayang lang na parang natalo kami sa last game tas di kami nakapasok sa Final Four. Parang ganun. So, parang bitin lang. But aside from that naman, it was everything I expected it to be. Yung parang Lasal Ateneo.
Yep. So, may magandang laro ka nun, Lasal Ateneo?
I think yun yung second year ko.
Second year na yun. Pero first year, like, naaalala ko since batchmates tayo, like, consciously naman you would look at yung games ng kapwa rookie mo, di ba? Kasi parang, syempre, compare mo, di ba? So, I saw na parang, pinapapanood kita from afar. Ikaw, Jeric Teng, yan yung mga pinapanood ko nun eh, from afar. RV Bringas, na parang, okay. And then, you actually had, like, best player of the games, may mga ganun
May mga ganun din. So,
first year.
In assists as Marata will go all the way for the 2. That is against Leicester, almost traveled. Marata again off the pick, gets it to go. And all it took was our Powerade hyper play of the quarter. Get back on defense, push the ball in offense, step up your game with Powerade off the timeout.
So hyped ako na
bro.
nabigyan ako ng chance first year pa lang. So I was happy about that.
Tas meron ka ng mga ad nun, 'di ba, sa Nike?
I think second year ata.
Ibig sabihin ko, that came from the first year performance. Parang Marata was like, okay, this is the future of Lasal, 'di ba? And then second year, mas maganda yung second year ninyo eh, 'di ba? Kaysa sa first year.
Yeah, yung second year namin, nag-Final Four kami. Parang muntikan din kami umabot ng finals. So, it was a good year. Like in total.
Yeah.
Solid
But how was the Lasal life though?
It was it was parang
ba yan? Work hard, party harder ba doon?
Sometimes. No. Hindi naman kasi
binawi pa niya.
Kaya lang nagka-notion na grabe mag-party yung Lasal noon time na yun. Kasi after every season, syempre, doon tayo lahat lumalabas, di ba? Like,
sabi na, Fiamma kayo every Tuesday, bro!
Hindi. So yung story kasi noon,
guys, tambayan nila Fiamma pag Tuesday. Happy tea sila pag Thursday.
No, ito yung story. Ito lang yung totoong timeline nung time na yun. Parang, kasi since super strict nung management and nung Lasal with the whole going out, dapat di ka pwedeng makita sa labas or nasa clubs ganitong oras, lalo na pag may games or whatever.
Yeah.
So hindi talaga din pwede. Like, di rin parang wala rin kaming choice kundi magstay at home or mag-PS na lang tambay. Which was good din. But at the same time, syempre parang ang dami namin magkaka-batch doon. Puro kami bata lahat. Tas puro sobrang close namin. So, every after season, para kaming tinakawalan sa cage. Parang after season, it's time to, let loose. Tapos we got loose naman.
So ano schedule nyo yun, ta? Yung totoo. So, pag Tuesday, Fiamma.
No naman. Naalala ko,
Matic Fiamma fresh eh.
naalala ko nun, Thursdays.
Happy tea.
Hindi, Thursdays, Izakaya yun. Izakaya Thursdays. Naalala ko po, kiss, bang.
Pero tama ba yung, diba tama, Fiamma Fresh Tuesdays? Tama ba yun?
Fridays.
Wait, hindi kita maano. Wait, ulit.
Fiamma Fresh Friday.
Ay, okay, so Friday pala. Okay, sorry guys. See, hindi kasi ako palalabas, okay? So Friday. So
Fiamma
Thursday, Izakaya kayo.
Fiamma parang warm up muna. Siyempre, wala pa masyadong pera, diba? Tipid muna, warm up ko muna sa murang murang inuman.
Kasi sa Fiamma medyo gagastos ka na eh.
So syempre, pag happy tea ka, beer muna. Tapos pagdating dun sa club or sa bar, hindi ka na masyadong bibili.
May tama na. Tama, sa Friday, Fiamma.
Tas Friday, Fiamma. Naalala ko yun.
Sobra, bro. Like, every Friday yun, pare.
Like, di ba natatapos yung
October.
So, October, from October to October. Yung buong October.
Every week yun, pare.
From first week of October to like mga last week of October. Yun, puro labas, puro happy times, good times.
Tapos, guys, yung Fiamma, may official photographer.
Sino?
So, hindi, like may photographer yung Fiamma, di ba? Tapos, Friday morning o Friday afternoon, lalabas lahat ng photos na galing dun sa night. Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, lalabas lahat ng photos na galing dun sa night before. So, bagong pa lang yung Facebook nun eh. Parang medyo cool ka pa nun.
Facebook.
Pag nakita mo yung Fiamma Fresh Fridays, makikita mo yung mga lasalista. Puta, si Norberto o si LA nandito. si Jed Manguera nandito.
Oh my gosh. Laughter.
For sure, man. For sure. Sobrang chill lang nung time na yun. I remember that talaga. Saturday afternoon. Lalabas lahat yan.
Saya siya.
Pare. Hindi, kasi malayo kami. So parang it was more of a tough thing eh. So Fiamma. Malayo kami.
Lapit lang sa amin yun.
Sobra, pare. So, after mo maganda yung second season mo, third season naglaro ka pa. Kay Coach Franz pa rin to? Coach Dindo na.
Coach Dindo na.
Coach Dindo mo na ata yung second year, di ba?
Yes.
So, Coach Franz, Coach Dindo.
Dindo, yes.
Okay. So, how was your third year?
Campos, Marata, Van Opstal, and Torres. Now all bench players as Marata banks it off the glass.
Ateneo, they faced FEU, and now they're facing LaSalle as Marata knocks in a 3. LaSalle UP matchup as we look at this 3 from a PS Bank. Maaasahan assist PS Bank, David Master. This is live over Studio 23 as Marata pitches up a 3 and he gets it to go. Second, sobrang sarap. Marata free for a 3, gets it to go, and he has not missed from this. He's the only one trying to be assertive when he's there on the floor, as Joseph Marata still clean as a whistle. Second leading scorer of the league, Marata knocks down. Sim, lamang po ng isa ang De La Salle University. Tignan natin sa McDonald's Instant Replay. Yung tira ni...
Yung third year namin, well, ako personally, was more frustrating for me. Kasi parang yung laro ko up and down, like hindi consistent. So I was frustrated. Tapos parang di ko nakukuha yung rhythm ko. So, yeah, very frustrated nung time na yun. Tapos after that year, yun yung lumipat na ako ng UP eh.
Oh, yun nga. What was the decision behind that?
Honestly,
Yan. Yan yung mga
parang
gusto ko honestly yan. Sasabihin na niya, guys.
honestly, ano lang, feeling ko, it was more of, ma-emotional kasi ako na bata before. Sobrang, alam mo yun, nadadala ka sa emotion mo. Parang, medyo immature din yung way of thinking mo. Tapos, sobrang rush mo pa mag-decide, mag-isip. So, nung na-frustrate ako nung time na yun, parang, nag-D-League ako, nag-Blackwater yata ako nun. Yung first Blackwater na D-League. So, parang nag-Blackwater ako nun. And then, so, parang nawala yung focus ko sa Lasal for a bit. And then, after a while, parang, when I went back to Lasal, parang iba na yung coach, iba na yung management. And
Sino
then,
na ba coach nun?
Si Coach Gina.
Coach Giabanilla. Okay.
Yeah, si Coach Gina. So, parang, there was a time na parang medyo wala rin ako sa focus nung time na yun eh. Kasi nga parang nadadala ako sa frustration, sa mga sinasabi ng mga tao sa outside basketball or outside my family or the team. So, parang nadala ako sa emotions ko of just being frustrated and not being happy where I was.
Yep.
So, feeling ko parang wala nang gana mag-basketball at that time. So, sabi ko, ano bang, parang gusto ko na lang, ayoko na ng pressure with the whole basketball thing. I don't want to feel the pressure. I don't want to go, through all of that mental, whatever. So, nag-decide ako, gusto ko lang magtapos ng school. So, in my head, there was no other option na to go to, kundi UP lang. Since UP din naman ako before, parang in-entertain ko na yung idea na lilipat na. Parang gusto ko na lumipat kasi para...
Gusto mo mag-aral lang?
Oo.
Ba't hindi mo nalang tapusin yung sa Lasal? Mawala ka ng scholarship?
Hindi rin naman. It was more of, parang kinausap ako nila Coach G nun eh. Parang tinanong ako kung gusto ko pa ba daw sa Lasal, kung talagang gusto ko ba laro pa or whatever. So, tinanong naman nila ako, pero baka hindi ako ila-line up for a year.
What? Seryoso?
Oo. Kasi nga...
Sit out?
Oo, kailangan ko i-sit out. Kasi nga medyo wala ako sa focus eh.
Wait. Give us context of what does wala sa focus mean. Hindi ka nag-ensayo?
For a time, kasi nung nag-Blackwater ako, medyo I went against the management.
Bawal
yun. Na parang wag muna. Parang ako thinking na, gusto ko lang maglaro, gusto ko lang, parang rash decisions when you were a kid. Parang di ko iniisip yung buong total picture, whole picture. All I saw was my picture. So parang nagre-rebelde ako for some reason. Kasi di ako masyadong focused. So parang I wasn't in my best shape. So yun, sinit down ako ni Coach G. Tinanong niya ako kung ano yung plan ko, kung ano yung gusto ko. Tapos di-respect naman niya yung decision ko na parang feeling ko I need a different environment para restart yung way of, yung perspective ko, yung thinking ko or something like that. Kasi feeling ko masyado na akong na-consume ng mga, outside influences ng mga tao. So parang I just didn't wanna have that anymore. So
umuwi siya. The prodigal son. The prodigal son.
So bumalik ako ng UP. Tapos in my head nun, parang bumalik ako ng UP not because I still wanted to play. It was more of just I wanted to go to UP para at least pagtapos ng school ko, maganda yung education ko, which is, alam mo naman, UP number 1 sa
sandali ta. So you honestly thought sa hina namin nun that we would allow you to be just walking around UP tas hindi ka naglalaro sa amin? You honestly thought na pag-aaralin ka lang doon?
Hindi naman. Parang in my head, maglalaro din naman ako. Pero parang yung focus ko was was not really like, maglalaro pa ako kasi gusto ko makapag-PBA, ganun. Parang I was literally parang napagod ako sa parang nangyari, like yung sa past seasons or whatever. So parang ang daming nangyari na I guess it got too overwhelming for me na I had to like just step out for a bit. Pero nung paglipat ko naman sa UP, nung nagsa-start na mag-practice ulit, tapos medyo in shape na nakokondisyon na ako ulit, doon medyo na in love na ako ulit. But yun, parang yun yung whole story ng UP.
Yeah. And
ang dami ko kasing narinig na ang daming iba-ibang story.
Exactly. Especially during that time, you can't really share your side. You can't really say kung ano ba nangyari talaga. Ako nga, personally, I didn't know. Like, all I knew was, lilipat daw si Tata, babalik sa atin. Okay, cool. Like, they're good. I was more focused on okay, meron tayong scorer, di ba? Meron tayong kalaro, ganun. Which by the way, hindi rin kami nagsama kasi yun yung 1 game season ko. So, 1 game lang kami nagsama ni Tata sa UAAP. So anyway, wag na natin pag-usapan. It's a different story. So, pagbalik mo ng UP, bro, you felt at home. Obviously, you felt at home.
Definitely.
Diba? I remember you got close right away to Mark, Ruena, and Soy, the dorm boys. Kasi dorm ka nun, di ba? Dorm boys. So
dorm boys, kasi nag-dorm ako nun eh. Yes.
So naano ka, kumbaga na-welcome ka kagad sa amin. It's not tough to be a rookie when you're an old rookie. Tapos mga kalaban mo pa kami. Like hindi ka na tinrate na rookie. Hindi ka na tinrate na rookie, bro, 'di ba?
Oo.
Pero
okay din naman, like went through that whole, syempre I didn't wanna impose.
Nung inutusan ka namin, wag na ta.
Never naman.
Hindi mo naramdaman maging rookie sa UP.
Nagpakalbo ako, dude.
Oo nga pala.
Dinamayan ko yung mga rookies. Syempre, di ba? Para part of the team.
Actually, tinanong pa namin kakalbuhin ka ba namin? Wag na. Di, sige. Awa naman yung rookies eh. Kalbo sila lahat. Sinabayan niya si JR Galyarsa.
Sila Andre. Sinabayan si
Andre Paras, Andrew Harris. Sinabayan niya. Kalbo sila lahat. But, the funny thing is, I'll be honest with you. I'm sure you didn't. Now that I understand that your mindset was more relaxed. Hindi ka na, ayaw mo ma-pressure. Now, I'm not saying that was the reason why. I'm not saying that's a reason why it was okay. But even through that 0-14 season, you were one of the more positive players. Like, I really felt that. I wasn't part of it na. Kasi 1 game lang ako, nawala na ako. Pero like, from afar, I saw na si Tata, kahit it was a bad season already, 0-1, 2-3, hanggang 0-7, 0-8, 0-9, I saw that Tata was still out there enjoying himself. Kumbaga, basta ako, naglalaro ako, UAAP ako, I'm gonna play every time I have a chance. And like, wala tayong magagawa. Talo eh. Diba?
The goal then is to start strong and emerge victorious. Anton and Marco.
Thank you, Selena, for that Samsung Court shooting buckets. Let's take a look at this Nisinya. Here comes Marata. Newsome chasing him. Marata puts it up and in.
Good read off the defense of the paint, but this is one area where they'd like to get more free throws, get them more easy scoring opportunities.
Joseph Marata for the smallest center in the league. You saw Soyud working right there. Marata firing from the outside. Playing with a recovering right ankle, which he tweaked. Marata, turnaround jump.
Na kahit sino pang pulutan ko dyan sa bench, makakakuha ako ng opensa. Anton and Marco.
Marata knocking down a triple. UP.
That's 10 players already playing for UST. In the past game against FEU, they only used 9 players, and 3 of those.
Was that because of the mindset that you brought to UP na medyo mas relaxed?
I guess it was more of parang isa yun. I guess isa yun na parang wala masyadong pressure, just really go out there and play.
Yep.
And then I guess dun din lumabas yung pagka growing up with my family, just literally playing lang. Alam mo yun, pag naglaro ka kahit simpleng lima-limahan lang, galingan mo naman, di ba? Parang
kahit talo.
Oo, di ba? Like, medyo magpakita ka naman ng gilas dyan or, compete.
Yep.
Like, gets naman yung lineup doon or gets naman yung yung mga nangyari, but at the same time doesn't take away the chance for you to play and show your skills. I feel nga if nabigyan pa ako ng isang taon, I would have been my mindset would have been better. Feeling ko parang just because parang isang taon lang ako maglalaro, hindi ko masyadong inisip kung what's best for the team, what's best.
Yeah. I remember nagkakabanggaan kami ni Tata nito nung time.
Oh, so parang in my head, lalaro lang ako, which I believe I did. Like never naman ako nag-slack off sa games, never akong na alam mo yun, never akong parang nagalit sa mga coach. Never ako naging negative around.
Kaya nga, sobrang positive mo lang na parang...
Kasi na-realize ko, nung nasa Lasal ako, parang ang nakababa ng moral yun eh. Yung parang may isang negative sa isang team.
Yeah.
So, yung inisip ko lang, pag maglalaro ako. Like, lalabas yung compete talaga. Minsan nasosobra, kaya naging baka ako. Nasosobran sa gusto mag-compete. Ayaw mamasa.
Kaya kami nagkabanggaan eh. Pareho kami bakaw eh.
Pero, syempre, natatawa nga sa sarili ko. Kasi parang looking back, I thought parang matanda na tayo nung time na yun. Sobrang immature pa pala ng isip ko noon. Sobrang immature pa yung level ng game ko. Parang marami pa akong kailangan matutunan. But yeah, it was a good experience.
Oh, for sure. And especially because, kumbaga, it's your home eh, UPK. You were gonna wear UP Maroons jersey again, diba? So everyone
sarap din ang feeling.
Oo, pare, everyone was excited for that. And man, if you played the year after that, we would have had more than one win. I'm sure that bonfire team would have been stronger if you were there. Pero wala na eh, kumbaga, ubos na yung playing years na niya nun. But when you graduated, yes, it was 0-14. But you had a good season, bro. Like, ikaw lang nga yung few bright spots ng UP nun eh. Diba? I think it was you, Kyle Slau was Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Raul Soyud.
Parang sira nun, parang...
Hindi pa siya katulad nito.
Oo, parang papunta pa lang siya.
Pero may potential na siya. Pero yung ngayon kasi,
iba na.
Parang pag nakita mo, hindi mo na hindi mo na magaganon. Dati parang
Siyempre, iba na dati yan ni Ra.
Iba na. Naka 3-year contract na yun sa NLEX yun. So, when you graduated from UP, then you entered the draft.
Yeah.
So basically, it was all individually. Tata was solid. Kasi obviously hindi ka nakakuha ng team exposure, di ba? 0-14 nga. Yeah. So what was that like when you entered the draft? Was that a quick decision for you na right after the season, pa-draft na ako?
Parang sobrang quick decision. Kasi parang yun yung time na pinayagan nila na pwede agad magpa-draft because of, nakalimutan ko yung rason nun eh. Pero
Gilas.
Dalawang batch yung nagsabay sa draft na yun. Naalala ko. So parang medyo... mali, di na naman ako nag-isip nung time na yun.
Di, gagi, mas maganda nga eh. Kasi kayo yung matunog eh.
Yeah,
kayo yung matunog.
Oo, parang, pero in my head kasi, parang if I waited siguro a year or 2 years, tapos maganda yung D-League ko, baka mas mataas pa yung pick ko or something. Pero okay din naman kasi tinanong ko si Boss Danny nun eh. Parang kumuha rin ako ng advice. Siya patin rin kay Coach Bo. Kasi ninong ko yan eh, si Coach Bo. So tinanong ko siya kung ano yung best move. Tapos, parang tinanong niya, parang sinabihan niya lang ako na if magpapadraft ako, tapos di ako makakuha ng team, pwede naman ako bumalik ng D-League.
Yep.
Agad. And then, hindi na ako, I won't go through that whole drafting process again. Tapos, di ba, tsaka ako, parang babalik na lang ako para mas mabilis daw. Parang isang option yun. Tapos, parang mas walang talo pag nagpa-draft ka ngayon, type thing. Pero in my head, feeling ko kahit anong decision naman may pros and cons, whatever you decide on. So, swerte lang na nung nagpa-draft ako, yung kumuha sa akin, Petron, sakto parang isa lang yung slot nila available. Tapos parang dalawa lang ata kaming rookie na kinuha nun.
Yeah.
So, enough. So, sabi ko, baka may chance to na kung hindi sila kukuha ng iba pang player,
Yeah.
baka makasign ko dito. So,
Yeah.
eventually, after like 2 weeks, after like a week of practicing with them, yun, pinapirma na nila ako. So, sobrang,
Naman ba?
or parang sinabihan nila ako na, stay ka na. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Pang ilang pick ka nun?
Ang alam ko, third round pick ako nun eh. After ni LA.
Revilla.
I forgot na anong number. Basta naalala ko lang third round na yun. Tapos, magkakatabi kami ako, LA, tsaka si Webb. Ako, LA, tsaka si Webb. Tapos, nauna na pick sa amin si Webb. So, tinawag siya. Tapos parang after ni Webb, si LA na.
So, wala ka nang katabi.
So, wala na akong katabi. Sabi ko, shit, nakakaya naman to. Parang nakakalungkot to. So, pero parang I wasn't getting my hopes up na parang sinasay ko na sarili ko na okay lang pag di ako makuha. Like, D-League na lang ako. I'm a ball out sa D-League.
Yeah.
And then, after LA, luckily enough, tinawag ako sa Marata. Oh my gosh. Nakakatuwa. Parang dream come true din yun.
Oo naman, pare. Just to go up the stage, dream come true.
Yeah, kahit anong round pa yun. And honestly, sobrang nakaka-proud din to be around that draft class. Grabe yung draft class na yun eh. Sino ba yung first round pick nun? Si
Di
Greg.
ba yung Terence?
Si Stotter, Sanggalang, Almasan, Romeo, Garcia, Buenafe, Salva, Jeric Teng, Lastimosa, Aling. Mahina.
Hina ng class niyo, Brad.
Sila, Justin Melton.
Hina ng draft class mo, Brad.
Mahina.
Okay. So, and guys, when you signed with Petron, that was the Abay Petron. Nandun na si Junmar nun eh.
Yeah. Yun yung nung pagpasok ko, yun yung MVP year niya. So nakita ko kung paano siya gumalaw nung first MVP year niya. So
tsaka bro, this was already basically the SMB right now. Kasi nandun na si Marcio, Alex.
Yeah.
Si Chris nandun na, Chris Ross.
Sabay kami pumasok ni
so yung Death 5 present na nun.
Oo. Kung ano yung core San Miguel yun with Alex and everything.
Yun na yun.
Andun na ako.
So the Death 5, I remember Chris Lutz.
Chris
Lutz, Ronald Tubid.
Tapos andun pa si Kuya Chico, Kuya
Paolo Hubalde. Tama. I think that was a few years after they won the chip.
Si Doug also.
Yeah. Okay. So he was basically part of the start of the era.
Yes, yeah.
Of San Miguel, di ba? Yun nga, first MVP ni Abay. Ilan na ba siya ngayon, pare? 4 straight? 5 straight? I don't know.
5 straight? 6?
5 na ba? 6? Something like that. But yeah, what was it like though? I know that you were realistic na I might not get any playing time, but from the outside though, I heard na sobrang sipag mo daw. I have to admit, bro, I heard na sobrang sipag nung Marata kaya pinipirma tuloy-tuloy. And I was like, damn, okay. Tata, like, nagulat ako na parang, okay, masipag. Like, did you feel like that was your edge? Yung sipag mo?
I guess yung edge ko was just being a good teammate to all of them. Kasi alam ko ako yung bata eh. Like, when I got drafted, I was 22 years old eh. Super bata. So parang in my head, like, taga-suporta lang ako kung ano kailangan ng mga kuya-kuya ko, diba? So, for me I was just really grateful na pinapapirma nila ako, pinapastay nila ako, like parang I don't need to worry about my spot. Parang yung spot na yan kahit bangku lang, parang
bayad yan, pare, bayad yan.
So I was happy I was very grateful to the management, sa lahat. Parang Coach G, head coach pa si Coach G noon eh, hindi pa siya yung parang governor.
So nagkita ulit kayo ni Coach G.
Si Coach G yung kumuha sa akin.
Si Coach G yung kumuha sa'yo. So obviously, he really liked you when you were with Lasal.
I guess so. And
talagang nag-ano ka lang. Ikaw, sa'yo,
isa yan sa mga pinaka-stand-up guy sa basketball world natin. Si Coach G. Parang walang halong cooking.
No,
Alam
no,
mo
no,
yun?
no, no. It just shows na
Yeah.
yung medyo you were going through a phase sa
Yeah.
Lasal, he
Yeah.
really liked you, like to play for him. You just really
Oo.
coincidentally talaga, you were just going through something.
I guess so. So nung nagkaroon ng opportunity na
Kunin ka.
so kinuha niya. So I was so happy na nandun ako. Tapos inaasar nga ako ng nila Kuya Chico nung dati. Sa nila Kuya John, nila Dunsil. Kasi kasi syempre pag mga dying minutes na. So doon medyo nakakalaro na ako, diba? Tapos binibigyan ako ng play ni Coach G. Like para sa akin talaga. Tapos after ng games, nagtatawa na ako nila Kuya Chico kasi parang grabe, oh. Binigyan talaga ng play, oh. Parang minsan na alam makalalo, ayaw mo pa ako bigyan ng play.
At saka ito yung mga dying seconds na yung may panalo na.
Yung panalo na kami, yung alam mo yun, kasi either yun lang yung time ko or pinapapasok ko mga second quarter, first quarter, yung mga medyo onting lang, pasok lang.
Pero bro, like you want a chip.
Wala. Di
ka pa nag-champion?
Ako part nun, dude. Yun yung time na lumipat na ako ng EBL. Yun.
All along, kala ko nag-champion ka. So si Jeric ang nag-champion?
Jeric.
Fortuna?
Oo.
Pero SMB na yon.
SMB na yon.
So hindi ka umabot sa SMB?
Umabot na ako sa SMB. Parang yung conference na like hindi ko pinasukan, yun yung champions. Again with my decisions.
Wait. So that decision came from you?
Yung
hindi ka na nag-PBA nun? Wait. Okay, so how many seasons did you spend with Petron?
1+ years.
1+ years. Okay, so why did you...
Parang hindi umabot ng 2 taon.
Okay, so did you not sign?
May time kasi na parang tinanong ako ni Coach G na I'm welcome to come back, but hindi niya mapapromise kung ano yung mangyayari kasi nga parang mag-add sila ng players ata. Like I don't know the whole story, but sinabihan naman niya ako. So in my head, baka hindi na ako ma-line up, so baka ma-reserve ako. So I decided na lang na baka mag-try out ako sa iba or gusto ko naman maglaro na like for D-League kasi gusto ko maglaro kasi parang 1 year na akong bangko. Parang medyo kahit na you're getting paid. I was still young diba? Like parang when you're young, you wanna play. Really wanna play. Parang you want your name out there. You just wanna play lang talaga. Gusto mo ng exposure. So, yung hinahanap ko. So, yun, nag-decide ako na wag muna bumalik, which was good naman, like in good terms, like kahit kaya nga ngayon parang I could still call up Coach G, bibisita ako sa practice ng San Miguel and stuff. So parang good yung relationship naman na nangyari. So after PBA, nag-1 year ako sa ABL. And then
Anong team tong ABL?
Yung MX3.
Willie Miller.
Sila Willie Miller. So
Marata against David Arnold. Crossover. Marata.
To 10 points in the lead. Marata for 3. He sinks it.
After nun, doon ako nag-decide na after nung 1 year sa EBL, parang before matapos yung league, nag-enroll ako ulit sa UP. Tapos doon ako nag-decide na parang after EBL, matagal yung downtime nun, diba? Parang instead of me looking for teams to play with or to try out, parang nag-decide na ako magstay na lang sa school and then just tapusin. So, ilang sems yun na 21 units or 24 units of full load para lang matapos siya in 2 years.
Yep. So, I remember when I was still with UP. Nakita ulit noon. So, ano meron dito? And then you were like, nag-enroll ka. Nakita pa nga kita sa tourism. Sabay pa ata tayo nag-enroll noon
pero nag-decide ako na di na ako mag-tourism.
Nag-shift out ka, di ba?
Ha?
Nag-shift ka? Or bumalik ka?
Mag-shift dapat ako. Kaso, pagbalik ko sa UP, pag mag-shift pa ako, madadagdagan yung SEM. Sabi ko, ayoko na. Gusto ko
Okay,
na
okay.
matapos. Parang,
Yeah.
para close this chapter of my life and then move on.
Yeah, so you had to take a leave of absence when you
Oo.
entered the PBA. And then after maybe 2-3 years, 2 with Petron, 2-ish, and then 1 with MX, you decided, okay, tatapusin ko na lahat. So you dropped basketball, like the whole basketball thing first. You finished your studies.
Yes.
And then, bro, so when you finished your studies, ngayon, alumnus ka na ng UP, obviously, alam naman natin how prestigious that is.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you ever decide na nababalik ka sa basket? Kasi hindi ka na nag-MPBL, hindi kita nakita. Hindi kita nakita ulit na mag-ABL. Like, you D-League, hindi kita nakita. So, parang...
After ABL kasi completely hindi na ako naglaro. Naglaro ko one time for Marinero. Nung summer, kasi di ako nag-summer school one time. So may parang 3 months ako na window na in between sems. So sakto, parang naghahanap pa ng dagdag players sila for Marinero. So yun, parang tumawag ako kasi parang nag-start na ako magturo ng mga bata noon sideline. Nung bumalik ako sa school, yun yung weekend hobbies ko or like activities, magturo ng bata. Tapos kasama ko sila Coach Koy noon. So nung nag-summer, tiwagan ko siya. Tapos yun, pinalaro niya ako sa Marinero for one conference lang.
Running ating PBL.
3-point shot is good for Marata. As Marinerong Pilipino take up. Bosken si Tambeling. Marata for 3. Yes!
Bawi. Ang gandang bawi naman ni Tata Marata.
Marata inside. Marata taking care of that layup in fast break. Marata inisip. Marata to answer. Another response from Sam Marata.
That was a big shot.
Leading the break for Marinerong Pilipino. Leaves it for Marata for 3. Yes!
Talagang
Marata for 3. Bang, bang!
Ayos naman, parang nag-final 4 kami. Semis kami nun. Tapos after nun, di na ako parang nagtuloy-tuloy na rin ako sa hanggang matapos.
Yeah, parang
last league talaga.
Yeah. So parang when you stopped playing after MX and then after Marinero, hindi naman nawala yung passion, pero you found, kumbaga, hindi mo na nakita yung need bumalik.
Oo, parang siyempre first love pa rin yun. Like when you play, parang still fun. You feel like, sarap pa rin maglaro. But at the same time, parang I think I was more in tune na parang I wanna do something outside basketball naman. Or like prove something to myself na I could, excel or be successful outside basketball or like in other fields naman.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is why I love this segment, is because you see basketball players whom their lives were basketball, like ball was life.
Ball was.
Oh, pare. And then and then you find somewhat a different passion, and then you find fulfillment elsewhere. And masaya ka kahit, pare, I know there was a time when we were younger na parang PBA or hindi ko na alam anong gagawin ko.
Yeah, PBA or nothing.
Oh, PBA or nothing. Like if I don't make the PBA, I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Tangina, paano ako mabubuhay? Diba? So now, parang you realize that na parang, okay, wait, there's life outside of basketball. Maybe I wasn't meant to be a professional basketball player. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
meant to be,
it wasn't.
Yup, di ba?
Kumbaga, it doesn't mean you're a failure. Kumbaga, it just wasn't meant to be. Okay, so, ito yung kwento ko. I remember this fondly. We were in a press conference for the UAAP. Nung season na 1-game season ako, tapos
okay.
yung final season niya. Okay, so we were in a press conference. Okay, and then the table kami, and then the other teams were there, and then ABS-CBN was talking, ganyan-ganyan. Tata was right beside me. Tata didn't do anything the whole press conference, but he was on his phone the whole time. He was watching The Voice. I'm not even shitting on you. Okay? So, Guys, can you imagine the press conference scene? Yung puro table, tapos noon, like, magsasalita yung coaches, yung courtside reporters. And then I was there, like, kumbaga, sulking the experience kasi yun yung first season ko after 2 years na sit out eh. So, UAAP ulit ako. So, parang, okay, enjoy ako. And then, Tata was just there. Talagang, hindi pa uso AirPods noon eh. So, may cord pa. Naka-cord siyang ganun. Tapos, nakaganyan lang siya. Nanonood ng The Voice. So, I was like, he didn't, like, sobrang introvert ni Tata nung time na yun. Nakaganyan lang siya. Tapos The Voice. Tapos gumaganyan-ganyan pa siya. Tapos parang nakatingin ako sa kanya, tapos titingin siya sa akin, tapos parang ang galing nito. Gaganon siya. And I'm like, ano yung magaling dyan? I don't understand. Kasi I'm not musically inclined. So I'm like, what the fuck? Di ba? The Voice siya. So that was one of my fondest memories of you.
Yeah, bro.
That's why, brother, ito, sinisegue ko ngayon. Now I see what you're doing. So can you explain please kung ano yung pinapasok mo ngayon na nung nakita ko na yun yung sinastart mo, hindi ako nagulat. Na parang I remember na sobrang addict ka sa music. Hindi ka na, wala pang Spotify noon pare.
Wala pang
like,
Spotify.
He was the type of guy who was wearing earphones wherever he went. Wherever. So I know that you knew a thing or two about music.
Yeah, actually, ever since I was young, parang yun yung dalawang, like, I remember high school pa lang ako, natuto na ako mag-gitara, everything. Like, anything about music, I really loved. Even when I was a young kid, like, alam mo yun, yung parang may kinig ka sa mga lyrics ng mga singers and you related to your life. Parang ganun yung feeling ng music for me eh. Kasi parang, for a time, parang may introvert side ako na I don't really wanna talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, yun, music yung way ko of like, talk, like, pag alam mo yung may mga babae before, tapos hindi mo alam express yung feelings, so, sana sabihin mo lang, pakinggan mo naman yung song. This is how I feel about you.
So ano yung when did you find it in you na okay, I wanna enter music officially?
I guess hanggang ngayon pa rin naman, I don't think that I'm officially like part of that like whole circle of like, musician or artist talaga. Like my day job is in real estate. Parang yan yung day job ko. But like outside of that, I started learning how to make music or like parang beats. And after that ABL season, siguro yung first sem sa UP, na parang, wow, like, first time ko walang ginagawa. And like, parang alam mo yun, parang school lang, tapos di pagod katawan mo, parang di mo alam anong gagawin mo. So I kind of felt out of place or like out of rhythm for like a while. So I was looking for different activities, different areas to try reading books and stuff like that. So, and then I found one like boring weekend ata. Tapos parang wala akong magawa. So, chinek ko yung laptop ko, anong pwede gawin dito. Tapos nakita ko GarageBand. Sabi ko, matry nga to. GarageBand. So, before kasi, trinay ko na yung GarageBand eh. I always thought that you needed to connect it to like instruments for GarageBand to work. Yun pala hindi, dude. Hindi pala. So parang sobrang na-amaze ako na hindi pala kailangan. Parang, ba't ngayon ko lang to alam? Dapat pa ako na...
Doon mo lang na-realize na pwedeng walang instruments.
Pwedeng walang, you don't need to connect anything doon. So parang sabi ko, okay, like, hanap ako sa YouTube how to make beats in Garage. Naghanap lang ako. Like, doon ako nag-start. And then, when I started to, learn how to do it, I started, kala ko, ang galing ko na. Nag-post ako sa stories ko. Parang, yo, check this out. So, may isa akong friend na who really makes music din. Na yun yung parang gusto niya gawin din talaga. Like, he went to school for it. So, ni-message na ako. Sabi niya, get this type of software para para you don't need to like, yan na talaga kailangan mo to make music. So I got that and then starting to learn. Parang yun yung naging hobby ko after schools eh. And then it gradually became like like parang siya naging addiction in a way na sobrang naging for a music lover to like find a way to make
Express
music.
yourself.
Oh, na parang ikaw mismo yung gumawa. Tapos, so it gave me like a sense of fulfillment in a way na solid to. Like, ang nakakatuwa, parang it really got my mind out of, like basketball. Kasi at that time, parang iniisip ko pa sa sarili ko, tama ba na bumalik ako sa school na di ko muna ipagpatuloy yung basketball. Tapos I would see my friends, playing, doing well, and like ako, I'm just stuck in school. Parang 26 na ata ako nun, tapos I'm still stuck. So I didn't know like what to do. And then when I found music or like making music or like the process of making music, gradually, hindi ko na siya masyadong naiisip to the point where became like an addiction, and instead of playing video games for me, I just do music na lang. Like instead, like pag may downtime ako or may extra time, I just do music. And then, parang sobrang wala akong intention with it. Like I just really wanted to learn and like really wanted to like make my own, turn up beats or whatever. So, gradually, di ba naman sa UP maraming mga artistic na musicians. So, I found a few people who does music din. So, nagtatanong-tanong ako sa kanila kung is there a proper way of doing things? Alam mo yun, syempre, kasi parang for me, it's like I'm just playing around with it. Parang, hindi ako sanay na parang for example, like basketball, parang hindi ako sanay na hindi ako magaling sa...
Tama.
So, na-challenge ako na dapat maganda to or like dapat maayos or something. So, gradually, it became... it was more of a process lang at sa start, learning, training my ears or whatever, learning how to make music talaga, like, the basic way or whatever, the basic stuff on it. And then I started reading books about music, like mga music 101 type stuff. And then, so I got kind of serious with it then, pero not in a way where I wanna make music para sumikat ako or like, I would, like make music para ilabas or whatever. I was just literally enjoying.
But it's obvious that maybe you're not making music to make a career out of it yet. We won't close that door. But basically real estate pays the bills, but music kumbaga gives you the joy.
Definitely. Like outside basketball, like music was the one who like, gave me that sense of feeling like na sarap ng ginagawa ko.
Yeah. I can only imagine though na puro music ka nung pandemic, nung quarantine.
Oh my gosh.
I can imagine.
Like laking pasalamat ko rin actually sa pandemic, like that whole ECQ. I know it was like bad for everyone else, but I think it was good for me kasi so mas naging yun pa yung time na sira yung PS4 ko. So wala akong malaro, wala akong gagawin. So purely just making beats and music to the point where nagtawag-tawag ako ng mga artists, like mga rapper or mga singer or whatever. And I tried sending out the music that I made. And then to the point where, like yung mga beats ko nagsa-circulate na sa Iligan with my cousins and stuff. So parang may mga like rappers doon and like who would use my beats. Like I have a group there, parang they're called WGK, What's Good Kids. Like they're like a bunch of kids who parang collective sila na like artists, singers, producers, tapos rappers. They would make like Bisaya tracks, like but quality tracks, man. Like if you hear it, you would think now, it's just quality stuff, and then but it's like in Bisaya, so I can't really like di ko siya ma-share as much as I want to my friends here. But at the same time, parang they are like parang medyo sumisikat din naman sila like. So when I got that chance to like send beats to them personally and they would use them, parang gradually dun ko na feel na okay, like there's something happening with this music thing. Like before, it was just me at home making music, and now it's like I'm going to studios, like I'm going to legit recording studios. I'm legit learning from like these, mga bigatin sa music industry before. Like for example, like November or October last year, I started going to this studio where his name's Kuya Joshua. Joshua Desiderio. So siya yung parang pianist and writer, producer ng Freestyle.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so parang siya yung nagsulat ata ng Half Crazy, yung mga old stuff, mga ganun.
But
So
that's great to hear, brother. Na
Yeah.
parang yun nga,
So,
exactly. You found
yeah.
fulfillment. You found fulfillment in your, I'm not gonna say your new passion. It's been your passion. Like I said, it's been his passion. Nakikita ko yan off the court. Diba?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
ang galing ng story. I mean, from
Actually.
all his life nga to, diba, ngayon parang you don't need basketball anymore to keep you sane. And para lang doon sa mga makikitid utak, sorry brother, I'm gonna save you from this. Pero doon sa mga makikitid utak, what he meant was music saved him from the pandemic. Okay? Sorry, kasi may mga netizens kasi dito na sinisigurado ko lang ha.
Alam ko na sobrang daming na-apektuhan.
Like no, maybe not pandemic saved him. Music saved him from the quarantine of, so keeping himself sane.
Yeah.
Sinisigurado ko lang. Pero sa mga banyo people naman, di naman makikitid utak ng mga yan. But yeah, that's, kumbaga, it's, ang galing. Coming from a basketball story, I see na nung nagsasalita ka about music, your eyes lit up and sobrang saya mo lang talaga with it, diba? And that's Tata Marata right now, man. Don't be surprised if you see Tata Marata in a different industry. Diba? Ngayon, he's doing it discreetly pa. Kumbaga, he's learning the ropes. But, music is not basketball naman na tipong hanggang 40 years old ka lang pwede maglaro. Music is
tuloy-tuloy siya.
So, it can be a long-term career. Diba?
Yeah. For me, I'm just happy making it lang talaga. Like what you said kanina, real estate pays the bills and stuff, And I'm happy with that as well. At the same time, music, different joy. Parang, alam mo yung basketball ka before, nung bata ka.
Yeah.
Tapos, you found something that you really like and then you kept on doing it. So parang naging bata ako ulit with the whole music thing. And I treat it as like how I started with basketball. Na parang banu pa ako dati.
That's a lot.
Happen in the future, but
pare. I'm sure. I believe somewhere down the road, diba? That's what you're gonna do since you really love it naman and you really want to put time into it. So that's that. Yun yung story ni Tata Marata, and now he's happy here and chilling at home muna making music, diba? But bro, I'm gonna give you a few minutes to say what's up to everyone, man. Like say what's up to everyone who supported you all throughout your basketball career to now. And yeah, hold up.
I guess I just want to thank, of course, if my parents are watching, I thank my parents, my family, my brother. They're all in Canada right now. Safe, chill lang din sila dun. And then I just want to give a shout out to all, to all the people who were there from the get-go, from my high school days hanggang ngayon. You guys know who you are. You already know my friends, basketball friends, outside basketball friends, my new music friends. You guys know who you are. And I guess I want to shout out as well WGK, What's Good Kids, a bunch of artists, a collective of artists in Iligan. They're making waves right now, and I'm happily producing beats and music for them. A couple of their songs got to like 2 million hits now on YouTube, which is amazing. And yeah, shout out to my family. Sa tanan mga taga Mindanao diha, Iligan CDO, nga gapananaw dire. Good luck. And stay blessed, stay hungry. Good luck sa ato during this quarantine.
I'm happy for you, brother. I see kumbaga, masaya ka with what's happening with you right now, and even with all the ups and downs na kinuwento mo, man. I'm excited for you, and hopefully at some point, the goal is, even for me, the people who left basketball earlier than we all expected, kumbaga, hopefully down the road, the younger generation would know us as, kunyari ikaw, Tata Marata, the musician or the artist, not
Not just the
hooper,
basketball
not
player.
just the basketball player. So again,
Definitely.
Tata Marata has proven to us what I've
Basketball.
exactly. Kumbaga, you've proven again, like what I always say, ball is not life. I mean, diba? There comes a point na, kumbaga, there's more to it. And even the present hoopers say that, hindi lang kami. Like even the present ones, they know that there's more to life outside of basketball. So congratulations to you, man. Saka good luck sa career. Ay bro, plug mo yung ano mo. Saan ka ba? Sa Spotify?
Oh, well, follow the page on YouTube, WGK Collective, and Instagram as well, WGK Collective. And I have a SoundCloud if you guys want to check out my beats, like my lo-fi beats on SoundCloud. But mostly my music talaga is on YouTube for now. Hindi pa nilalabas sa Spotify. Hopefully soon though.
Okay. So WGK
Collective.
All right. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, and just so kung gusto niyo malaman kung gaano nakagaling si Tata ngayon. And that's from scratch, So be nice, people. Be nice.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate you, brother, for the time and letting me.
Ganda.
But thank you, brother, for allowing me to share your story. Thank you for your time, bro.
It was nice.
For sure, man. For sure. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.
Kita tayo in person again.
Oh, naman. For sure, brother.
Definitely.
Good luck to you. Stay healthy, bro.
Good luck too, man. And nakaka-proud din yung ginagawa mo.
Thank you, brother.
Parang 100,000 views, million views pa.
Oh my God. No, hopefully it reaches that point. Yeah. But I appreciate you, brother.
All right. Appreciate it.
You take care, man.
Yes, ingat kayo.
Good luck, Good luck sa'yo.
Thank you. Have fun, guys.
LaSalle and Adamson tied for 4 and 2. Marata sends that baby home. Second triple of the ball game.